Hi everyone, welcome to this challenge video. In this video, we're going to be solving the View into ReactJS challenge. And this is the the final intro coding challenge in this intro module to Pairwise here. And in this challenge, we're getting a look at React. And if you're not familiar, React is a Vue library or a UI library, which was open sourced by Facebook several years ago. And React has become extremely popular, and it's probably the dominant way to build new front-end applications today. And not only that, but you can even build mobile app experiences and other types of applications using the React library. So React is a very useful and important skill to learn, and it is covered in a lot of depth in the front-end development module of the Pairwise curriculum. So you can see here we go into a lot of depth in React. And this challenge is just going to be a brief illustration of how React works and get us started with that. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into the code here in the editor. And again, not all of this will make sense, and that's okay. It will be covered in more depth in the later modules, but here let's just see if we can solve this challenge. So first we have these import statements at the top, and these are importing the actual React library. So we have React and React DOM. And then we have this class component definition here where we say class app extends React.component. And this syntax is basically saying we want to create a new class called app, and that class extends or includes the functionality of a React component class. So this is essentially how we create a new class component which has the capabilities React has to offer. And if we do that, we have to implement this render method, which is going to say this is the render method that returns JSX from this React component. And JSX is the special name for the markup in React. So you can see down here we're returning this div with two paragraph tags. And if you happen to notice when you run the code, this markup, which looks just like the HTML that we saw in these first challenges here, this markup is rendered out over here in our preview. And so the JSX is essentially React's version of this HTML markup, which over here is actually written in a TypeScript file. So this is all TypeScript code, but over here is actually rendered out as real HTML. So we don't have to get hung up on the details of that too much. What we can know is that simply if we change this HTML or this JSX markup over here, if I could type correctly, then that's going to get printed out over here when we run the code. And to solve this challenge, we have to simply add a new h1 tag with the text hello, React. So we can do that right here. We can create a new h1 tag, and we can say hello, React, and that's going to pass the tests. Okay, so that's going to do it for this intro challenge into React.js. And again, don't worry if some of this syntax or if some of these keywords are confusing. They will be covered in a lot of detail later on in the course. For now, just kind of get this basic understanding that a React component has this render method which returns some JSX from it and gets rendered out to a page over here. Okay, that's going to do it for this challenge, and we will see you in the next challenge.